Hi, oh, hey, everyone! Your chance to see the world's funniest man is only one brochure away! Yay!
The world's funniest man, you say? Hey, I like funny men. Might I have a brochure?
Oh, here you go.
What? You're working for Cosby? Kermit, I can't let you live anymore!
Oh, I'm glad you hate Cosby and the LGBT.
Because Cosby killed Richard Nixon! My dad!
I love your dad and all, Bob.
The following information is not for the faint of heart. I did not write this, by the way. Let's talk about the Kermit Show. The Kermit lore wiki. Bob the Tomato. So we start off with his signature quote. God made you special and he loves you very much. Like most wikis, they have a character quote up top. Bob the Tomato, also known as Robert, was a side antagonist throughout the first season of the Kermit Show, until his demise at the season 2 finale by his own hands. Name, Robert Pablo the Tomato. Alias, Robert Bobby Bobbert Veggie Baron. Relatives, Richard Nixon, biological father. Affiliation, Cosby Foundation, former, the alt-right. Biographical information, dead. Friends, none. Enemies, Bill Cosby, Kermit the Frog, the LGBT community. First appearance, sauced. Final appearance, the second coming. Bob, although initially well-mannered and polite, is actually a sick and twisted man with a bloodlust vengeance against Bill Cosby and LGBT community. He attempts to deceive his villains by setting up tables in Costco's around the United States with the promise of free sample Jell-O, which he then proceeds to spike them with sedatives. Early childhood. Most of Bob's childhood is unknown, but his backstory is told through flashbacks throughout the episode Sauced, which, if you remember, is also his first appearance. When he was around 5 years old, Bob was lured into an alleyway by a 45-year-old Bill Cosby. Bill told the poor tomato to slaughter a man tied to a giant dumpster with a bag over his head, claiming he was committing treason against the Cosby Foundation for LGBT orphans. Being a fan, he complied, bit and ripped out the man's jugular, only to bite off the rope, keeping the bag...
When your laptop is powered by an Intel Core Ultra processor, you've got what it takes to...
Hey, I will never buy your product. I will never buy it because you just interrupted me in the middle of maybe the most intriguing and riveting reading experience of my entire life. Okay, being a fan, he complied, bit and ripped out the man's jugular, only to bite off the rope, keeping the bag on his head, and reveal it was former U.S. President Richard Nixon. Distraught over the fact that he murdered his own father, he only managed to catch a glimpse of Cosby making an escape. Ever since that day, Bob sought revenge over Bill and any people he sees could be part of the LGBT movement. First arrest. While on his way back from a Costco in northern Chicago, Bob was arrested by the local police for jaywalking. The fact that jaywalking is what got him arrested, and not for murdering Richard Nixon. Although carrying a brown potato sack that emitted a foul corpse smell, the officer couldn't be bothered untying the annoying tight knot he made, so he was only charged with the misdemeanor. Okay, so the officer found Bob carrying a brown potato sack, so I guess a human-sized sack, that smelled like a dead body. But Bob tied the knot so tight, the officer just couldn't untie it. So he let Bob go with a misdemeanor. Who wrote this? I need to know more about this. Oh my lord. While handing out brochures for a Bill Cosby stand-up show, Kermit accidentally gives one to Bob the Tomato, who upon discovering that this means Kermit works for Bill, he attempts to assassinate Kermit on multiple occasions, but each attempt proves unsuccessful. This event spawns the rivalry between Bob and Kermit, which would take place throughout the entire first season of the show. Wow. Okay. Okay.